Welcome everybody to the News Graphic Boys Basketball Scott County Cardinals Coaches Show with Coach Hicks. First edition. We're going to try to do this every week during the season, as we did with football, as we're doing with girls basketball as well. And we're filming this on a night where the boys basketball team just scrimmaged Lincoln County, and a lot of good stuff happened, especially in the first half of that game.
Yeah, I think we came out, Cal, and just so excited to be playing somebody different. Anybody that know, play ball, you practice, and all of a sudden you get to play against somebody different that don't know our plays, that don't get away with. So they were excited, and gosh, I was surprised at how well we shot the ball, and able to put away in the first half a really good Lincoln County team. And second half was probably a good true look at it, because now we came out and just really battling back and forth, and it really had a great half for Lincoln County and us. And that was, we showed a lot of resolve in the first half and just how good we played. Second half, we showed how we stuck in there and just battled. And the thing that's great about it was we got a lot of good people in the game to play a lot. And a lot of these guys, it was the first time of getting a lot of varsity minutes. Mm-hmm. Lorenzo didn't play a whole lot last year. Dakota Allen played some, but not a whole lot. And Caleb Covington got a lot of varsity minutes tonight. And those guys all played well. And the thing about it I'm proud of, Cal, is we played hard. We played hard.
You gotta be happy with the way those guys stepped up, especially where you don't have the football guys yet, so the numbers are a little less than you'd have, and probably different combinations than you used to using out there.
Well, 3 guys that started our regional championship game last year were practicing football all day. But I'm proud of the guys that were here too, and I'm proud of the guys that are playing football and what they've done. But also I'm proud of these guys that played tonight, because they worked so hard since August, and probably by having such fewer numbers with the football kids not in, probably may have worked them too hard. They're sore knees, they got sore backs, but we open up our season a week from tonight, and we'll get the legs back under them. We'll get them ready to go by the end. We got a big game coming up Saturday over at Lawrence County in the Zipline Classic. We play Louisville Trinity, and it's a great thing. It's a long way for us to travel, Cal, but it's really a great thing that they've really done this for years. Been going on for 20-some years now, and they're really trying to help and promote high school basketball. And so last couple of years we haven't gone, and God, it's such a long drive. But then if you're one of the top teams in the state, you need to go play it, because it does tip off the basketball season. There's a lot of interest over there, and us in Trinity, year in, year out, we're both going to be top 5 teams in the state. So it's good for us to go there and play. And
that's kind of typical of your schedule this year, because you're playing in a lot of those tournaments, you're playing on a lot of those weekend special kind of things. It just makes you better in the long run, I'm sure.
It does. One thing that we've done here that from the very beginning, we've tried to play the toughest schedule we can play. It gets harder and harder to get games scheduled, because people, they don't line up to want to play Scott County. But we got a chance to represent Kentucky this year in the Beach Ball Classic at Myrtle Beach, and that's an honor. That's really a big honor, because you have teams from all over the United States there. It's the #1 high school tournament. That's true high schools, not the schools that don't belong to no association and everything. Prep schools. But as far as true high school, it's the #1 high school tournament in the country, and we're honored to represent Kentucky. They like to always have one Kentucky team in it, and we're glad to be that team this year. The Music City Shootout down in Nashville, we're honored to represent Kentucky in that. So again, we play some awful good teams. But I think by the time the beach ball rolls around, and then that's after Christmas, and then we got the Martin Luther King weekend is the Music City. So we'll have a team here, and I think we should be able to play with anybody.
And you got the Toyota Classic, which the field for that just seems to get better and better as the years go by.
Again, we bring them in from all over the country, and man, we took a hit last year with the weather. We had the storm of the century. Yeah. I hope
I didn't bring it with me.
I hope we left that in Maine. But hopefully this year we won't have. That's the first time we've really had a snow like that. But we look forward to it. It's always a great tournament, and we're honored to play it here at Scott County.
Just some of the guys you had on the floor tonight, I was impressed with Bryce Long and Michael Moreno. Just the versatile kind of big man. I mean, Bryce is a guard, but he's deceptively big out there, and but he's got so many. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
Bryce is a really tough kid. He's been a little rascal. He's been such a tough competitor. He's a handful in camp sometimes. He want to win every game. James, he's like some of those guys in camp. Bryce wants to win every game.
You're going to war with those guys.
And Bryce is a tough competitor. I'm just proud of him. Gosh, by the end of last season, in the regional championship game, he, bless his heart, he was so sick he couldn't get up down the floor. And after that, he lost some weight, and he had a tough spring but now, God, he's the old Bryce now. And the old new version is probably even better now. Now he's older and stronger, and yeah, he can shoot the devil. You know, he's a Trent Gilbert type shooter. Anytime he gets open, you just expect him to make it.
He just looks physically strong too.
And right there at the end of the quarter tonight, he took the ball, had to create a shot, and he put it on the floor and created it. And you know, Cal, he did that. He's only a sophomore. And we haven't had many sophomores here that could just create shots like that.
He can stop on
the floor, right, and go up with it. And we really work at that. So it's really good to see them do that. And boy, he just pulled up and hit a three off the dribble. And Bryce couldn't do that last year.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, you got big Michael in there. And Michael can play inside, outside, everywhere. And, you know, I know people, they rate all these players in Kentucky and everything. And I know most of them. I haven't seen a better player in the state. He's got so much upside to him and everything. He's just 15 years old. Wow. He's a man child in there. I mean, when he gets inside, he's unstoppable. And he can hit the three, and he can handle the ball, pass and drive. So he's really gonna. Gosh, man, he's got a tremendous upside to him. And I think when the dust settles at the end of the season, everybody in Kentucky's gonna realize that he's definitely one of the top 4 players in the state.
To me, I mean, basketball is at its most fun to watch when everybody on the floor is a good shooter. And I think you're going to have some combinations where that's going to be true. All 5 guys are going to be threats from all over.
And you know, Cal, what's good about our kids, we all can pass and handle it. Obviously, we throw some away sometimes, but we can pass and handle the ball. We work so hard on ball handling, passing, and executing that I know the first half was like a clinic where we did a good job reversing the ball and finding the open man, and we didn't take any bad shots. We all got good shots, and that's a plus. We're better now. We're a lot better executing and passing than we were last year. Now, when the football boys come in, we'll take a little step back because they won't be at that same level because they haven't been practicing as hard. But they'll catch on quick.
Basketball condition, basketball shape and football shape maybe are 2 different things.
It's 2 different, and really all sports are like that. I know when I used to play a lot of tennis and stuff, and then I would go to play basketball, and oh gosh, it's just so different. Because then I would play basketball and go to tennis and get tired of playing tennis. So it's just different muscles that you use, different things. But you know, the way we play and the way we work, we always think that we're the best conditioned team in the state. We just, that's something that we feel like that when we in the course of a ball game, we don't never want to call it a tired timeout because we think as tired as we are, you're tired. You're tired.
Regular season starts next Tuesday night at Paris. Not a school with the same size enrollment as you guys, but certainly a threat in their district.
I think they're probably the favorite in the 10th this year. Most things I've seen, and I was hoping that daggone football team of theirs would win it last year. They went right on to the
stretch
finals.
It out a little bit.
They went right on the finals and semifinals. Well, they got beat a couple weeks ago, so
they're going to be ready for
you. So Coach Brooks has had them all in there, and it's a good close for us, and I'm just glad that you know it started playing this last year, and I hope we continue playing this game because, like I say, we're a much bigger state, but school. But basketball, you only play 5 at a time.
Right.
And they've got a bunch of good players. They got a lot more than 5 good players.
So. Good to build those geographical rivalries. You know, sometimes you let those go because of things like enrollment, but if you can get something like that to be an annual thing.
Yeah, because a lot of the local places around here, our local bordering counties and bordering cities, won't. You know, they just think they can't compete with us. They won't play us. So except for Fayette County, you know, Fayette County will, but. Outside of Fayette County, you know, nobody else. You know, they over the years they sort of went a different direction. They doesn't want to play us. So I admire Paris for that. Now, but you got to get ready to play. We can get ready for them, and it'll be a battle. It was a battle here with them last year at our place, and it'll certainly be tough over in Paris.
Well, that'll be a fun one next week, and we'll have a new coaches show for you next week as well. Hope you can get out and see this team. They're going to be exciting all winter long. For Coach Hicks, I'm Kal Oakes. We'll see you next time.